Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's a little bit different because I'm going to be talking about nails. I'm just going to do a little introduction and tell you a little bit about me. Obviously, you know me from a few of my past videos, but I don't think I've really talked about the fact that I am a certified nail technician and I own my own salon. I own my own nail salon, beauty salon is what I kind of go by. So I've been a licensed nail technician for 6.5 years, since 2013, and I actually have been a LCN instructor for about 3.5 years, I would say. 3 years. I have taught some students a little bit about gel nail extensions. So I am certified in gel nail extensions, pedicures, eyelash extensions, spray tanning, waxing and tinting. I'll give you a little background. So LCN nails, there is a 2-level course to be certified. You can either just do level 1 or you can do level 1 and 2, and I've completed both level 1 and 2, and I do educate both of them. I'm gonna do a little Q&A. I asked on my Instagram, both my personal and my business Instagram, what kind of questions you would have to ask for a nail technician, and I have a list of some questions that I do get asked quite often as well that I've saved on my phone that I'm going to answer today. So if anybody does ask me all these questions, I can send them on this video and you can get all of your answers here. I have a list on my phone that I'm going to go by, and I have a few also quotes that I get a lot. I'm going to kind of clear the air on some things for you guys that you might not know about as not being a nail technician. I'm going to talk a little bit about me first. I do have questions that I get often about how long it takes me to do nails, how many sets of nails I do in a day, things like that. So I'm going to answer those first. How long does it take you to do nails? So it takes me right now about an hour to do nails. That's not including anything that has nail art or anything like that. That's like a basic set of nails with just a basic sparkle or a color or a French manicure. That's for fills and new sets as well. So a new set is when somebody comes in with no nails on, and then a fill is when you come in and you have nails left. I consider a fill when you have over 5 nails left on both your hands. A lot of people get confused because a new set and a new client are kind of the same in a sense. When I have a client that comes to me for 6 months in a row and they get their fills done every 3 to 4 weeks, and then they decide they're going to remove their nails, and then 3 months pass, I've already filled their spot. So they're still considered a new client, I guess you would say. Even though they've been to me before, I still may not have the time for them to start doing their nails regularly again, as I filled their regular spot with somebody else that's regularly getting fills. It used to take me 2.5 hours when I first started, 2.5 to 3 hours, and now I'm down to an hour. And you know, time doesn't really matter, it's the quality of nails that you get out of it. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to be sitting anywhere for 5 to 6 hours getting their nails done, but most clients generally understand that time doesn't really matter. It's the quality of the work that you're getting. Generally, my books are closed because I am so busy. I live in a small town. There's not a lot of nail techs available, and I am one of the only ones that provides nail art. I do generally book up pretty quickly. So anyways, moving on to the next question. How many sets of nails do I do in a day? So it really depends on what kind of day I'm having, what kind of day I have booked. Like if I have a pedicure and other things booked in the day, it really depends. But if I did a full day of only nails, I could probably do about 7 fills, 6 to 7 fills. Really depends on when people book and how my bookings fall, because sometimes I might have a booking at 1 o'clock and then I have a client that can only come in at 2:30 or 2:45 or something. So then I have that slot there of 15 minutes or half an hour before I can really put anybody else in. Again, it really just depends how my day is scheduled, but generally I can do 6 to 7 fills or new sets a day. Somebody asked me on my Instagram page who does my nails. So I actually do my own nails. I'm very picky when it comes to my own nails, and I find that by me doing my own nails, it gives me advertisement out in the real world and letting people know that I do nails for a living. And people ask me all the time, who does your nails? Who does your nails? And that might be people that don't even know I do nails. So I get to tell them that I'm a nail technician and that I do my own nails, which is kind of fun. I also do my own nails because it's free and I can do whatever I want on them. And a lot of the times my clients come in here and they want what I have on my nails. So if I had a color on my nails that I didn't have on my shelves, I wouldn't be able to give that to my clients. So it's very important to me that I do my own nails so that I can show off new colors that I get and things like that to my clients so that they know what it looks like, and then they can wear that as well if they choose to. It takes me about 2.5 hours to do my own nails. It used to take me 4 to 5 hours to do my own nails, but I've gotten the hang of it now since I've been doing nails for 6 years. So yeah, I like doing my own nails. So I get asked this question a lot. What is a sugar nail? So a sugar nail is basically a glitter nail. I have a bunch of swatches here of the different tones and colors that I have. It's a loose glitter nail. What I do is I lay down a coat of no wipe top coat and then I sprinkle on just a loose glitter on top. So here it is here. You probably can't see it. Let's see if I can. There's a sugar nail, and the nice thing about sugar nails is they show so much more of the sparkle opposed to embedding this into the gel. The only thing is there is a little bit of a texture to them, but the texture does wear down after you wear the sugar nail for a little while. But yeah, I get a lot of questions on what a sugar nail is because I do have a list by my desk that shows that as an option. So a lot of people ask me that question. So there's the answer. Another big thing that I just kind of want to talk about is I get a lot of people that don't really understand what is gel polish. Well, gel polish is shellac, essentially. Shellac is the brand name of gel polish. Shellac was the first name of gel polish. So now everybody just translates shellac as gel polish, but gel polish and shellac are the exact same thing. The proper name for it is gel polish. Shellac is essentially a gel polish. So that answers that little statement. So a question that I got asked was, my nails sometimes hurt after having the nails on for a while. Why? My nail beds are broken, ruined after I have my nails on and they break / get taken off. Is that normal? And if so, is there a way to help hurting and being broken? If your nails are removed properly by a nail technician, they shouldn't be going into your natural nail. So the pain that you're feeling is the thinning of your natural nail plate and your nail bed starting to show through. And a lot of places don't realize that they're over filing your natural nail. So just be really careful when you are getting them removed that they're removing them properly. The way to kind of help with the pain is just try to apply a top coat, like leaving on a clear coat on your nails, a nail strengthener, a nail hardener. That will really help, and it'll help them grow out as well. And also applying cuticle oil around your cuticles will also help your nail grow and keep it nourished. But the big thing is the reason that's happening is either the amateur filing that's being done or you're breaking them off and you're ripping them off. So when you're ripping off a gel nail, of course, you're going to be removing layers of your natural nail plate as the gel is attached and bonded to your nail plate. So if you're ripping that off, you break one or anything like that, it's going to hurt and it could potentially remove numerous layers of your nail plate. So you just want to be careful with that you're not wearing your nails too long for the lifestyle that you do have. The suggestion I can make is definitely using a nail hardener or a nail oil. Another question that I was asked on my business Instagram was, what's your favorite thing about being a nail technician? Honestly, I love everything about being a nail technician besides being self-employed. If I could be a nail technician and work for somebody else making the same amount that I make being self-employed, I would be sad. But unfortunately, living in a small town, I don't really have that option. So self-employment is kind of my only option. And there's a lot of things that come along with self-employment that a lot of people don't realize when you aren't self-employed. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that go into it, and I don't think a lot of people realize what does go into it. Example, if somebody cancels last minute, I don't get paid for that hour unless I somehow find somebody to fill that spot, which is very rare. I mean, it does sometimes happen. Another thing is when I have clients that cancel to go get their nails done in the city and then they expect to come back to me, it kind of sucks because my client doesn't realize that they've been a regular client coming to me for months and I rely on them coming to me so that I can pay my bills and so that I get paid. And then when they go and get their nails done in the city and then I lose that paycheck in a sense, right? So I no longer have that client for that month and then they want to come back to me And I mean, I obviously will take them back. They are my client, but I just wish that they would understand things from my point of view. I get that it might be a little bit convenient for you to go get your nails done in this city because it's 2 days earlier than you were able to get an appointment with me, but it still really sucks for me on my end of it. I kind of went on a little tangent there, but my favorite part about being a nail tech is doing nails and having these amazing clients that I get to talk to every single day. And doing art. I love art. I love creating things. It's what I do. It's what I love. And that's my favorite part of it. That really is. I love it all. So I get a lot of people that say, you know, I don't want gel nails because gel nails aren't good for you and they're not good for your nails. And it's not true. Gel nails are not good for your nails. Before I get into this, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about acrylic and gel. So acrylic was an older style of nail form or one of the first styles of gel nails extensions. Acrylic kind of is the reason people think that gel isn't good for you. So acrylic is a powder that they mix with a liquid. With acrylic, it is so aggressive on the nail and the nail plate that it bites into the nail plate to adhere to the nail plate. So therefore it goes in it grabs on a lot harder than gel does, which of course makes acrylic last longer, which a lot of people prefer acrylic for that reason. Another big thing with acrylic is they have a very strong odor. If you've been to get your nails done in the city or in, you know, any of the nail salons that do acrylic, you can smell the odor. Nowadays, there is options that you can get that is odorless, but they generally have a strong odor and they do yellow a lot, and they don't keep their, they stain and they yellow, so they don't look as great after a while. With gel, there is gel that do yellow, but I use LCN, so I'm speaking on the terms of the gel that the LCN gel nail product. The other thing with acrylic is you can't customize it to a certain nail type. So everybody has different nail types. There's oily nails, there's dry nails, there's flat nails, there's thin nails, there's curved nails, there's thick nails. Everybody has different nails. So with acrylic, there's only one type of acrylic. Nowadays, there's so many different types of gel. There's flexible gels, there's stiff gels, there's everything you can imagine that you can use to customize for the person that you're working with, the nails that you're working with, which is really great, and acrylic doesn't have that option. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about it because I'm not here to teach you that, but that's generally the idea of it. So going back to the saying of gel nails are bad for you, they aren't bad for you. I mean, as anything else, if you break your nail, you're going to rip parts of your nails off. It's just the way it goes. If this nail is adhered to your nail and you're ripping it off, or you're chewing it off, or you're biting it off, or you're picking it off, it's going to remove layers of your natural nail, which causes your natural nail to thin. And if you have naturally thin nails, they're going to be sore and they're not going to feel very nice. So that's just the way that it goes. If your nails are being taken care of, your nail underneath the product will always remain in its healthy state, how it grows from your cuticle. But as soon as they're ripped or played with or picked at, you're removing those layers of nail, as nail is built in layers I believe the same way as your hair. When gel nails are removed properly and there's no filing into the natural nail, the nail is in exactly the same shape that it was when you first started coming. Your nails will tend to get worse if you continue to pick or lose or break off nails. Those nails will continue to be thin until they've regrown completely from your cuticle to your free edge. So that's really that for answering that question. I could talk about this all day, but I'm not going to. A lot of people say my nails need a break. It's kind of a wives' tale. Is that the word that I'm looking for? An old wives' tale. Your nails don't need a break. As long as your nails are kept up and they're done properly and there's no overfiling happening, there's not a lot of lifting happening, your nails are still in the good shape that they are, your nails generally don't need a break. I would suggest, if you are somebody that is picking and breaking and constantly losing nails and troubles with lifting and things like that, giving it a break and letting your nail completely regrow from your cuticle all the way back to your free edge, so completely regrowing your nail natural state with no enhancements. I would suggest that to people if their nails are very thin and very sore and very brittle naturally. That's something that I would consider trying to do for them. A lot of people also say that wearing the shellac or the gel polish will thin their nails. With shellac and gel polish, again, it doesn't last as long as a gel nail enhancement, so they do tend to flake and they come off, and people pick at them and it's the same thing as gel nails. If they're picked at when they're not supposed to be, then they're going to take off layers of your nails. So yes, they do thin your nails if they are being picked at or played with or not removed properly, just like anything else with a gel nail enhancement. Another quick question that I have to talk about, and I get asked a lot, is a lot of people come in and they get their first set with me and they've had their nails done before and they've only had tips glued on. I use these nail forms, which if you're a nail tech, you've probably heard of these. There's many different types of nail forms out there and there's tons of them. I generally use the gold forms, and a lot of people don't really know what they are, and they're kind of interesting. They go underneath your nail, and instead of me gluing on a plastic tip, I will form the tip and the extension with the gel, which I find creates a stronger extension, and this is my preferred way. You can customize so much more with these. These are the way to go. If you're a nail tech and you're only doing tips, I highly recommend you learn how to use the forms. They're really awesome to use. And it's a lot quicker. I hate blending out tips. There's less risk of overfiling. Beautiful. Another thing is, why do your nails hurt under the lamp? Well, generally everybody, 90% of people have heat spikes under the lamp. So what it is a heat sensation is called photosensitivity. And it is honestly caused by so many reasons. I cannot even pinpoint what it might be with you. A lot of the big one is when it's your time of the month, you're on your menstrual cycle, you are a lot more sensitive because your hormones are kind of fluctuating. So when your hands are going in the light, what's happening is the gel is turning from a liquid into a solid, so the molecules are causing a friction. And with that friction, it becomes heat, and you generally feel it and become a little bit more sensitive when it's that time of the month. You are on certain types of antibiotics or different kinds of medications. Alcohol can make it happen. Caffeine can cause heat spikes in the lamp. Birth controls can cause heat spikes in the lamp. Thin natural nails, naturally sensitive. The list goes on of reasons. Pregnancy also is another one. The list goes on for reasons of why you may be experiencing heat spikes in the lamp, but it is normal. If it's really, really bad and your nails are very red and very tender and very sore, I do suggest that you take a break from nails and let your nails completely regrow before getting nail enhancements again. The last question that I'm going to answer is, do gel nail enhancements or any nail enhancements help you quit biting or picking, chewing your nails or anything along those lines? Yes, I've had many clients that have completely quit biting their nails and broke the habit completely by having gel nails, because with the gel, putting that in your mouth is so much more foreign than putting your natural nail in your mouth, which you're used to, and you pay for these, so you're very less likely to pick and chew at them because you know you're going to have to pay to have them fixed. And also, gel nails do help with hangnails. They kind of hold the nail into one area once you get the gel on. I have clients that have terrible cuticles and terrible hangnails and sore cuticles, and with the gel nails, their cuticles are in such great shape after a few months of wearing enhancements. So I highly recommend that if you're having painful cuticle area or really having problems with biting your nails and you really want to quit, to try gel nails or nail enhancements in general, and you will be pleased. I think that's it for this video. I might do another video of Q&A for nail techs and see how it goes. I'll see how this one goes. If you have any questions for a nail tech that I didn't answer, feel free to leave it below in the comments. We just covered so many nail topics. I hope I answered some questions that you might have. If I didn't, like I said, leave it below and I will hopefully film another one of these. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!